you're going to find today really interesting. Getting engaged is supposed to symbolize commitment, to make that one special person your partner for life, right? But today we're talking to fiancés who have performed or are being accused of the ultimate betrayal, cheating on their spouse-to-be right before walking down the aisle. Yeah. Now, your partner is cheated, and so you want to know, should I go through with the wedding? Well, today we're going to reveal 7 questions you need to ask to determine whether your cheating partner, whether you're in a marriage or you're thinking about it, should get a second chance. And we're going to talk about the one big question you have to ask yourself to see whether your relationship will ever be healthy again. So get your pen and papers, because this is something you're not going to want to forget. My first guest, Melanie, says she is so obsessed with catching her fiancé Mike in the act that she constantly checks his emails and even followed him on a business trip by plane just to make sure he's not cheating. Take a look.
I believe that Mike, my fiancé, is cheating on me. For the past 2.5 years, I have found so many things where he's lied.
I have never cheated on Melanie.
Mike is a freight airline pilot. He is away from home 35 days at a time. I flew to LA once to see if Mike was cheating. I showed up at his hotel. I smelled the bed sheets. I checked the trash. I smelled his clothes. I looked for lipstick on his underwear.
I feel like I'm being violated.
I have pulled Mike's cell phone records.
Salt Lake. I'm not believing this.
I have gone into his computer, looked in his billfold, looked in his suitcase. I've got it set up on my computer where I can sign on to Mike's name and I can check all of his information from my computer.
How did it show up on your computer then, Mike?
I don't know. Those websites sell information back and forth.
Oh, that's how it works. You go yourself.
I have not been on any of the websites you accused me of.
There was another girl, an assistant hotel manager. I looked at his cell phone. I found 2 calls from a different area code. I called the number. A woman answered and she said, "Ma, you're up early." And I said, "Actually, yes, he is, but he's in my bed. Would you like to talk to him?" I flew up out of bed. I said, "Get your stuff and get out."
Who you're sleeping with is who I'm sleeping with.
I did not sleep with anyone.
Mike's response was denial. He is the king of denial. I tried to call you 3 hours ago and there was no answer. I picked through every single thing that he says to me.
Melanie is extremely insecure.
You told me you were going to be in Taipei. You are not in Taipei then. The story changes with you all the time, Mike. It has consumed me.
Just yesterday we had a big fight.
I had gotten an email from his ex-girlfriend. She mentioned another woman that she was certain that Mike had been having sex with.
Melanie was holding the computer and I was trying to get it from her.
And I said, "No, you're not going to get the laptop." By this time, he had pushed and shoved me, grabbing me. This is from him last night. I'm extremely angry. I'm very hurt.
I can't do it no more.
I want Melanie to stop snooping because I'm not doing anything.
If he is not willing to take ownership while on the show, the wedding is off.
Okay, do you think he's cheating?
I think he has, and I think it's possible that he is now.
Okay, then why are you contemplating marrying him?
Because I don't have 100% proof. I have not caught him in bed with anybody. I have not
But
heard
if
anything
you believe
lately.
it, if you really believe it, if you honestly believe he's cheating, then you shouldn't be marrying him. And if you don't believe it and you're just trying to get constant reassurance, then you need to get help. So I can't find the place where you getting ready to marry him makes any sense.
Right.
You
and
either,
that's why
you either
I'm
think
here.
he's cheating and so you shouldn't, or you don't really think he is and you just have this insatiable need for reassurance, which means you're not ready to get married and you shouldn't marry her because she'll haunt you till the end of the earth.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for your help, Dr. Phil.
You're right. You're right. It's because of most of the things that happened when we were first together. He lied to me about certain things.
Okay, wait a second.
Okay.
You're wanting to, you want to make your case, right?
Exactly.
What is it you're trying to convince me of? You're going to convince me that he's a cheater? Is that
No.
what you're trying to do, is convince me he's a cheater?
No.
Are you trying to convince me he's not a cheater?
I am trying to convince you that he does not take ownership for the things that he did in the
Which
past.
are-
He justified cheating on other women. When I met him, he had a girlfriend.
Are you a cheater?
No.
Do you want to marry her?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I really can't explain why I love her so much. It's just the way I feel about her is completely different than anybody I've been with in the past. When we first got together, granted, I didn't tell her all the information about my past. It was a new relationship.
See, look, you have the ability to assure her of your intention and fidelity, and you're not doing it. And she hasn't caught you cheating, but she has enough peripheral information that causes her to be ill at ease. True?
True.
Okay, so if you're not cheating and you're ready to get married, you understand getting married is a commitment. It says I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this woman. I'm not going to flirt with other people. I'm not going to play footsie with other people. I'm not going to run around and act like I'm available. I'm not going to kind of insinuate or imply or live in some fantasy world doing it. It means I'm going to be straight up, devoted, and how am I doing?
You're doing great.
Thanks,
Because this
okay.
is exactly why I'm here. But what I wanted to do.
Understand.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. You're not doing that. You have internet sites on like dating sites and things like that, right?
No.
You
You're
don't.
lying?
used-
Can I name them?
Please.
Adult Friend Finder, iFriends.com, a couple of websites where you can go on a webcam.
And do what on the webcam?
Anything.
Either talk to
But
women or watch them.
So you have you're on webcam porn sites and you're on.
Not since we were first together. When we were first together, we were both doing it together.
So he's on these websites, but you
When
were
he's
on there.
not home.
But you were on there too.
When we were together, yes.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I did. Like I said,
All right,
I don't have a
hold on.
problem.
It seems like Melanie has made it her mission to catch Mike in the act. And the question is, will she? Is there something to catch? And is she going to be sorry for what she's looking for? We'll be right back.
Mike denies running into any good-looking women. Just in general conversation, how was your flight? Any hotties on board? Nope, they're all sky hags.
I'm a typical guy. If there's a pretty woman walks by, I'm going to look at her.
If he lies to me about stuff like that, then he is lying to me about sleeping with other women.
All right, we're talking to engaged couples at odds because one of them cheated or has been accused of cheating right leading up to the wedding. Now, Melanie says she is consumed by trying to find out whether her fiance Mike is sleeping with other women and won't stop until she finds proof. Now, Mike claims her obsession is putting a strain on their relationship. Now, you just said in that tape piece, if he's lying to me about that, then he's lying to me about sleeping with other women.
if he lies to me about looking at a good-looking woman, I have no problem with that. What I have problem with is that he doesn't take ownership for anything that he does.
You said in the tape piece, if he's lying about that, then he's lying about sleeping with other women. And if you believe that, then why are you going to marry him?
I'm not until I know for sure whether or not he is being honest.
You can't prove a negative. You can't prove that he isn't sleeping with somebody else. You can only prove that he is. So what you're saying is, I'm going to hunt him down till I catch him
No.
sleeping with somebody else, and then I'm not going to marry
Well, it's
him.
not so much
well, just
catching
not
him.
marry him now and save the hunt.
Okay, well, it's not so much catching him.
You know what I'm saying?
Laugh.
No, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
You're painting yourself into a corner.
No, I'm not trying to just to find something. I wanted to know, has he cheated in the past? That was the biggest issue.
Okay, has he?
I don't know. I've asked him. He says no. However, I found emails. I found all kinds of things when we were first together. He says that, well, I didn't think that you needed to know yet. And I said, excuse me, if you're in that much of a relationship with them, then it's time to tell me if you've got other women.
Okay, do you have other women?
No.
Did he when we were first? Did you when we were first together?
Are you-
Tell
I
him.
was
Are
not
you-
sleeping with anybody.
Really? So we were together in December, and Christmas you had who in LA?
And we didn't sleep together.
You didn't. You were in the same bed.
That's correct, but we didn't. And she even admitted that nothing happened. I mean, it was, my lady I'd been dating for a couple of years,
That he was with when he met me.
and we had not really been, the past year, the last year of our relationship, I would very rarely see her, basically. And emotionally, I was pretty much done with her. I just wanted to kind of have closure. I want to see if the feeling.
So,
And I realized nothing did happen because
You
I
just
didn't.
wanted to have closure, and y'all got together and were tired.
No. No, I wasn't tired.
So you just laid down for a while?
No, she did. We did spend the night together, but it was not an intimate night.
Other than having slept together.
maybe not to you, but I guarantee you it was to her.
Did you sleep in that suit? Were you?
Almost.
I mean, did you guys take your clothes off and get in bed and not have sex?
Correct.
Is it okay that you got naked and got under the covers in a bed with a woman for 8 hours and then got up? Is that okay? Is that within the parameters of acceptability given the relationship that you have with her at the time?
The feeling that I was starting to have for her, no.
Okay, but you did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there.
Okay, wait, then what about...
Whoa, wait a minute.
Because there's more.
No, wait a minute, but let's acknowledge...
No, that
he's
is not acceptable, not to me.
Okay, but you said he needs to acknowledge what he's done before. He just acknowledged that.
Yeah, he
Under
does to a point.
rather rigorous cross-examination.
He justifies it.
Well, I know, but he
you know.
did say, yes, I met her. Yes, we took our clothes off. Yes, we got in bed and stayed there for 8 hours. No, we didn't have sex, but it wasn't appropriate and I shouldn't have done it. So.
But did he tell me at the time? No.
But he can't tell you at the time now. That was 2 years ago. All he can do is tell you now what he did then. And if that's a deal breaker, then I get it. But that's the deal. If you consider that cheating, given where your relationship was at the time with him, then he's cheated. So you don't have to look anymore.
He did tell me that he had a girlfriend because when we first started seeing each other, it was his friends. But that's not the only girl.
So you're saying he didn't cheat on you, but he cheated on somebody else.
He has cheated on
and
all
you're
of
taking her place vicariously.
Pretty much. If that's
You're
what it
saying
takes.
if he would cheat on her then, he would cheat on
Yeah.
me now, right?
And it could, yes. I think that, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
So have,
Because it's just.
I know why you're here. What I'm wondering is why I'm here. 'Cause I don't seem to be getting anywhere. All right, we have to take a break. All right, coming up, should Mike and Melanie just throw in the towel on this relationship or what? We'll be right back.
There's not anything that I will not do for him. I take care of that man very well in the bedroom. If he wants phone sex, we have phone sex. He comes home to a cooked meal. This house is spotless. He has absolutely no reason to cheat.
Well, we're talking to engaged couples in crisis because one of them either got caught or was accused of cheating on the other before the big day, or in this situation, cheating on someone else before them, which shows a proclivity to do it with someone else. And also, aren't we dealing here with the fact that he was with somebody else when he started up with you?
He was with 3 others.
So were you the?
That I found out about afterwards.
Were you the other woman?
I want to know what number was I.
Well, we're here with Melanie, and she suspects her fiance Mike is unfaithful, and Mike, who says this is just simply not the case. Now, look, is it clear to you that lying by omission is offensive to her sensibilities?
Right.
What's up with these internet accounts?
I don't have any. I had some back in,
Well,
90
she said you were lying about that when you said that a while ago. Do you have these internet accounts
No,
or not?
no.
Because she says you've got them, that you've changed screen names and stuff like that, but you found them before, right?
I found him. I can.
This is while you were in a committed relationship.
This as of January.
Okay. Well, what are you doing advertising yourself on the internet
I'm not.
in
This
January of this year?
I'm not. This was some accounts I had years ago.
Every time that he was gone from home, those were the dates that showed up. Those websites showed up on his computer.
You flew halfway across the country to surprise him. You came across there to see if you could catch him doing something wrong.
It was part of it, you know.
Oh, come on.
No, honestly.
Come
honestly.
on.
I'm not going to lie because I'll own up to anything.
Well, own up
If
to
I'm
that
telling
then,
him to
because
own
you're
it-
going to lose all credibility.
No,
if you're
part of
telling
it
me
was-
you didn't
no.
knock on that door you said when you walked down that hallway, your stomach was in knots because you didn't know what you were going to find.
It was.
And you can't tell me, you're like Dick Tracy. And,
Yeah.
you knocked on that door because you were going to catch him. And you went in there and you sniffed the sheets to see if there was perfume or anything on it. You looked for long blonde hairs. You looked all over the place. I do my homework. I've read every word
I did.
you said.
Like I said, part of it was that, yes, not all of it. We had a huge fight for 2 days before then, and I went out there partly to make up, and partly too, yeah. I thought, okay, if I'm flying out there and if we're going to go and make up and spend time together, I'm not going to let him know ahead of time I'm coming out.
Yeah. Look.
Part of it is, not all of it was.
Yeah. You are so not ready to get married.
I know I'm not. I know.
You're so not ready to get married. I am not saying that you have cheated on her. I truly am not. I have no evidence of that, nor do you.
Right.
What I do know is that you have divided loyalties and divided interest. You are interested in a lot of things that are offensive to a committed relationship. Visiting the porn sites and playing around with this internet stuff and all of that.
Like I said, I did not go to that website.
Okay. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you did, so I don't
one
mean
of the
to
websites
suggest
you
that
said I went to was in German or something like that, some kind of German chat line.
Well,
I
there's a
don't speak
universal
German.
language, okay?
Well,
I mean,
yeah, but you have to translate some of the stuff.
it's like you get Playboy to read the articles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Let's not be naive. What I'm saying here is you guys need to have a real clear understanding of what the standard is for you and whether you're willing to do that or whether you're not. And if you're not, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. I know you don't trust her to believe you.
Right.
You don't trust him as far as you can throw him.
That's it.
And by the way, don't be trying to throw each other. I mean, I saw all the bruises and stuff like that. You don't. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, walk away. Just walk away before you. That's ridiculous. All right. So, I got to wrap this up here. You're not ready to get married. Do not get married. It will be an absolute misery. It'll just mean that you now have lawyers and third parties involved. So do not get married. If you decide that you want to get married, I will personally arrange for you to go through some premarital counseling,
That's what we're looking for.
which will go through all of this for you. And if you want to do that process, I will arrange that for you.
we need
I will
it.
set it up, and it's probably going to take anywhere between 2-3 months. And you're going to talk about all the things that people ought to talk about that, and you're going to have to make a decision. And you can't go into this with a chip on your shoulder, or if you can't be totally at peace about it, then just don't do it. And if you can't be totally at peace about it, don't do it. But if you want the premarital counseling, then let me arrange that for you.
No, I'll give it closure.
And we'll see how you do.
Okay.
All right. All right, next, we're going to meet a woman who refuses to take her fiancé back because he cheated only weeks before their wedding. No question, he acknowledges that he did in this case. We'll be right back. If your fiancé cheats on you right before the wedding, is it a sign to run the other way? Well, that's what we're discussing today. Now, my next guest, Nicole, broke up with her fiancé, John, just 1 month before their wedding because she found out he slept with another woman for the second time. Take a look.
I caught my fiancé John cheating on me, and now my wedding is off. I felt betrayed. I was devastated. John and I were living together at the time. I heard his phone beeping, and I discovered there was a text message. This couldn't be from a guy. I called the number, and a girl answered. I told her that I was John's fiancé, and she started to cry. She had had sex with him the night before, and it had happened 3 times in the past. I was in total shock. I confronted John.
I cheated with this person twice since Nicole and I were together. The week before we were engaged, and then while we were engaged. And I think I cheated because of my sex drive, my hormones raging, and because I was drunk.
I told him to pack his stuff up and leave.
She gave the engagement ring back to me. I felt horrible. Guilty, ashamed, embarrassed.
This would have been a scene of a very happy wedding, but that's not going to happen anymore.
She tells me that she hates me, that I ruined her life.
I had our entire wedding planned out. There were 3 bridal showers going to be put on, and I had to go around and tell everyone that the wedding was off. I had already went out and purchased the wedding dress, and I made John take it back. When I think about the canceled wedding, I become really sad and want to cry. I don't want to marry him anymore.
I feel worthless that I ruined everything over something so stupid as sexual gratification.
John is trying everything in his power to get me back. John has bought me 1,000,000 flowers since this happened. He cooks for me, he does my laundry, he cleans my house. He buys me a gift every day. John rented out a marquee that said, "Nicole, I'm sorry I hurt you, I love you, John W." It wasn't gonna win me over.
Nicole still cringes at my touch.
I don't want him to touch me. This has affected me physically. I have a really bad ulcer right now. I can't get my work done. I'm constantly thinking about it.
My absolute greatest fear right now is that Nicole won't ever take me back.
It's not ever going to be the same. Dr. Phil, if I take John back into my life, how will I know he's not going to cheat on me again?
Good question. I'll let you answer it. Why should she even remotely consider having a relationship with you going forward? Because you think she should, so I want to give you a chance to state
I
your
don't necessarily
response.
think she should. I think that if we have another chance at it, it's going to take a long time to earn trust again. I just hope. I don't expect.
So you don't even think you're trustworthy at this point?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, no, actually you did. Maybe you didn't mean to, so I
I
don't
didn't
want to
mean
put
to
words in
then.
your mouth. I said, why should she? And you said, well, I'm not sure she should. So what do you know about you that causes you to say, I'm not sure she should?
I know that since
Take
she
me
did
back.
catch me, and I'm not sorry that she did catch me, that things have changed and that sex drive or anything like that doesn't have the effect over me that it did before.
You are basically saying that this was hormones and alcohol?
First time, yeah.
Yeah, but he said he couldn't justify it first. When I asked him why, that was my first question. Why'd you do it? I don't know. And then he said, I'm not just going to give you an answer. I don't know why I did it. And no.
And you didn't do it once, you did it twice.
That's correct.
And she said it happened 3 times.
Okay, 2, 3 times. You did it more than once. Now, did you take it serious when you guys were getting married?
Yes, I did.
Were you in love with her?
Yes, I still am.
Okay, so at the time, you were committed to her.
Yes,
This was important to you.
yes.
Did you think it was important to her?
I know it was.
Okay, so what was it you said to yourself at the time that made it okay to just throw all that aside and do it?
The first time I really don't remember. I was very drunk, and I only remember clips throughout the night.
Yeah, but it was a week before we got engaged. You already purchased the ring.
That's right.
Okay, then the second time, you look back and said, whoa, boy, I did that before and that wasn't good, but here I am again. What'd you say to yourself the second time?
Second time, I was just thinking south of the belt.
I'm pardon?
Was thinking below my belt.
Did you just think you'd get away with it?
No,
You thought you'd get caught?
I didn't know. You know, you don't expect to get caught. You don't think you're going to get caught, but it's not like all that was running through my head at the time.
But it's a risk you're willing to take.
I guess so. Because I did.
How am I supposed to believe? Okay, yeah, everything's going to be fine. Yep. And then 5, 10 years down the road, I find him again doing it.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
You-
You know,
you-
so then you get married and then that happens, then you have a marriage and you have a commitment that you just, it's not easy when you're married. Now I can say, you know, the wedding's off, but when you're married, you know, children come along and you have a family and a house, you're just going to throw that all away.
Is your theory once a hound dog, always a hound dog?
I tend to believe that, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you don't have much hope for this situation?
I don't know. It's
You
just
do have
this,
hope for the situation, otherwise you wouldn't be talking to me about the things you talk to me about a future, about looking
yeah,
at rings,
because I was
about
happy when
having
when it
kids.
was happening. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm here.
All right. Question is, you know, once a cheater, always a cheater. And if it's even before getting hitched, the 7 questions you need to ask about your partner and of your partner before deciding if your relationship can survive infidelity when we come back.
John's cheating happened 1 month before our wedding. When I told John that I was calling off the wedding, he cried profusely and seemed devastated, but I had to do it. John was everything that I wanted, and I don't understand why he cheated on me.
Well, we're talking to engaged couples who may regret tying the knot because one of them got caught or is certainly suspected of cheating. Nicole recently called off her wedding because she discovered that her fiancé John had sex with a friend from college just a month before the big day. Now, John blames his affair on hormones, alcohol, and desperately wants to reconcile. Now, sometimes it's so overwhelming trying to make a decision, a big decision, that if you break it down into parts and pieces, it's not so overwhelming sometimes. So I got 7 questions that I want us to answer. Number 1, is the situation isolated or is it a pattern?
I'd have to say it's isolated, because I don't know.
It doesn't seem isolated to me because it happened 1, 2, 3 times, according to the girl, twice according to your version of it. You've got the situation of, since this happened, you've learned other things, right?
Right.
You've learned that he was hitting on another girl. Were you drunk and testosterone dominated then too, or did that happen?
We were just at the bar.
You were just at the bar? You spend a lot of time in bars?
Not that often, no.
Not that often. Were you text messaging another girl with perverse comments?
Yes, I was.
Were you making inappropriate gestures to other girls?
I don't know as if I was.
Just touching their stomach when I turned around saying, that's how you say hi to them.
I just walk by, you know.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's the no zone. You just don't touch girls like that.
And listen, this is important for you because no matter how she answers these questions, if the answers are wrong, you can change the answers, by the things that you do, but you can't change what you don't acknowledge, right?
Right.
So isolated or pattern, it's up to you.
It's a pattern.
I mean, it seems like there is some pattern of behavior here.
I guess I was hoping it was isolated, but it's a pattern.
And I'm not trying to talk you into that, I'm just saying. Number 2, do you feel that he owns it or makes excuses?
No, he owns it.
He owns it. So the alcohol and testosterone you don't think are excuses. I just don't remember. I just was thinking below my belt. I didn't.
Well, I don't think they're excuses either.
Okay,
I think they're contributing factors.
So you think he owns it?
Yeah.
I think he made excuses, but I tell you, in my assessment, I think at this point, I think he's stepping up and owning it. I mean, I really do. I think you're stepping up and owning what you did, and that's very important. Now, this is an important question, number 3. Do you think he has insight into this situation, or is he oblivious? And what I'm talking about specifically is, do you think he gets to the absolute core of his soul what this did to you?
He does have insight on it.
Okay? Do you think you get it?
Absolutely.
You think you totally understand? Because you said, I didn't really think about it before. I just kind of did it and I disregarded it.
I've had an awful lot of time to think.
So you think you get the gravity of what happened here. Okay? Number 4. Sorry for the choice he made? Because it was a choice. He made a conscious choice to have sex with this girl. Is he sorry for the choice, or is he sorry he got caught?
I think sorry for the choice, because I think he would act differently if he sorry if he got caught, because he would try to make excuses.
And I got 3 more and a big question for you when we come back.
It turns out that after I broke off my wedding, my friends told me that John had been hitting on different girls.
I wish I knew why I cheated on Nicole.
I'm considering taking John back, but I don't know if I should.
Well, we're here with Nicole and her fiancé, John. John cheated on her 1 month before their wedding with a friend from college, and she's contemplating whether or not to take him back. I have said there are 7 key questions you have to address in coming up with an answer to that, and then 1 huge question for you. Number 5, do you think that he is willing to clean this mess up? Or does he just want to deny it and move forward? Now, what I mean by that is, and I want you to weigh in on this after she does, when I say willing to clean it up, he has run this off in the ditch. It's his job to do whatever it takes to get it back up on the road. And that means whatever it means. If it's a month, if it's a year, if it's 5 years, do you believe that he is willing to do what it takes to rehabilitate this situation? At a minimum, It's going to mean being totally transparent, being where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be, avoiding even the appearance of impropriety, dealing with mood swings that you may have about this, going to therapy, participating in every aspect of whatever it takes to rebuild and reestablish this trust? Or do you think he's going to be like, hey, come on, that's behind us, let's move on?
No, he's acting like he's willing to clean up right now in his behavior and attitude since
And do
it
you
happened.
trust that?
Right now, yes.
And you realize this could be a life sentence.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, this may not be 10 to 20. This could be a life sentence.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and is that something you're willing to sign up for?
Yeah, I'm willing to sign up for that. Yeah, one of my friends told me at work, he said, you've got to be willing to lose every conversation for the rest of your life every time you have an argument. And he's right. I did think about it for a day or two, and that is something that I want to do.
Yeah, and hopefully this wouldn't be a life sentence, and you don't seem unreasonable. But number 6, is doing this out of character for him, or does he just kind of have that insensitive gene? And I'm talking about not just the infidelity, but other regards for your feelings, your treating you with dignity, respect, sensitivity, caring, all of those things. Is this out of character for him, or is he insensitive across the board?
No, this is out of character because I was oblivious to that this even happened, unless I saw the text message. I had no idea. He had acted like, it was a month before the wedding. He acted like we were supposed to be his happiest time.
All right, so it's out of character for him, so we can lose the insensitive gene. All right, number 7. The question is difficult for you to live with because you don't really control this. Right. Is this a legacy, or is this new behavior? Did you grow up, did you have role models in your life that were unfaithful and insensitive to the women in their lives?
No, not at all.
Okay, and that's a
great family.
And that's difficult sometimes to live with because you didn't choose it, but the fact is, statistically, that can be a problem if somebody's grown up where everybody in their world, if they hung out with all single guys for 20 years before they got married, if their family, okay, so this is new behavior.
Right.
Okay, so, basically, you've got a pretty good report card here on these issues. The one that you did not do well on is that this was a pattern, and I believe it was a pattern because of the hitting on the other girls, the text messaging, the 1, 2, 3 times leading up to it. This wasn't just had a bad night.
Right.
All right, when we come back, I've got one question for you, and it's the deal breaker. If the answer is one way or the other, it's going to determine whether you can even risk moving forward. We're talking right now about infidelity and what it does to your relationship. You agree in going over the 7 questions. Do you think those are useful in helping you break this down?
They definitely are, yeah.
Yeah. There's one more question that has to do with you. Those 7 had to do with him. And I have to tell you that I think he gets a pretty good report card on that gives me hope, a spirit of optimism about it. The question for you is, I always tell people, never invest more in a relationship than you can afford to lose. My question to you is this: if you reinvested in him, if you reinvested in this relationship and allowed yourself to trust, and he cheated, do you have the depth? Do you have the strength that you could handle that and recover from it? Or would you be emotionally bankrupt?
Yeah, I know I could, because under any other circumstance, I would have been able to.
Because my sense of you is that you have, that you're a very centered individual. I think you have a great degree of ego strength to step up, cancel that wedding, do the things you've had to do. I think that shows a lot of strength on your part to not just be swept into the deal or to go into some kind of crazy mode. I recommend that you two enter into some counseling about this, which I'm happy to arrange for you. I think he's worth another look. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.